I talk to a lot of people who seem to have an issue of not knowing where to start. And I think this is a really common problem that we have, especially when we're going into a new venture. There are a few things that you can do to help with that process. So when people say they don't know where to start, a lot of times what I'm hearing is there's a lot of fears. So they are afraid of losing money. They are afraid of making mistakes. They aren't sure what to focus on, and they don't really know what action to take first. And you may identify with one of those, or maybe all four of those. They all are sort of intertwined. So there are a few ways to get through that. So one thing that you can do is, find a coach or a mentor, or join a group or somebody that will be supportive of you. That's really, really important. When you don't know what to do, it helps having somebody to sort of guide you and help you with that plan, that roadmap to where you want to go. So coaches, mentors, people that you reach out to in the industry that you want to be in, reaching out to these people and establishing relationships and helping you overcome that fear of, some of those fears like losing money or making mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and those are learning opportunities. But, sometimes there are some mistakes that can be avoided by working with somebody that has the benefit of experience that's going to share that with you. Another way to overcome this is to check your support system. You make sure that you've got people in your corner that are going to be there for you and let you bounce ideas off of them or talk through issues with them. So make sure you've got good people in place to help you with that. The biggest thing that I have found in overcoming the fears is having a plan. So you can mitigate a lot of risk by just having a plan. Sit down and ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen? What am I going to do? Plan for that. And there's a safety net in knowing that there's a backup plan. And maybe you have 2 or 3 backup plans. Maybe not just one. If this fails, then I'm going to do this, and then if that fails, I'm going to do that. And have some actionable things that you can do in place to help alleviate some of that fear of risk and failure. One final thing, note about this that helps you kind of will help you overcome fear, is really focusing on your why. And I talk about this a lot, and the reason that I do is because I feel it's so important, again, to not the why of the financial freedom, but the deeper why. Why do you want to start this business? Why do you want to try this new thing? When you tap into what your true why is, you lose some of that fear. Some of that fear is always going to be there. You can't just shut it all down. That's just a natural human response to doing something that you've never done before, and that's okay. If you really have a strong why and you're really aligned with that, and it means so much to you that you are willing to risk making a mistake, you're willing to risk losing some money, all for the experience, all for what you are going to gain from that. If nothing else, if it doesn't become successful, if nothing else, you learn something from it. And so keep that in mind. When you're thinking about, well, I can't do this because I'm afraid I'm going to lose money, because I'm afraid I'm going to fail, I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to let somebody down. Try some of those things and see if that helps you push through some of that fear and that overwhelm.